Hi, I'm Priyanka, the founder of StudyGerman.in and a certified German language tutor, having taught over 500 students in person. I've designed a curriculum that provides you with a strong foundation in the German language. You'll be able to easily learn and retain your knowledge and progress with the regular bite-sized videos and exercises throughout the course. You will also learn how to speak fluent German by constructing grammatically correct sentences right from the start. This course is for you if you are a complete beginner with no knowledge of German at all. You want short, concise lessons. You need a lot of exercises to reinforce key concepts. You want personalized feedback and guidance throughout the course. You want to pass the A1 German language exam. You have already learned German before, but are looking to close possible knowledge gaps. This course isn't for you if you are looking for an advanced German course. You can spend less than 30 minutes learning German every day. In this course, you will learn how to read, write, and speak in German, how to comprehend dialogues in everyday situations, the most important grammar rules and vocabulary for beginners, how to ace the A1 exam with confidence and ease. What can you expect from this course? Easily comprehensible recorded lessons, interactive exercises to assess your understanding, structured speaking sessions to enhance your conversational abilities, access to downloadable PDF files containing a variety of exercises for you to practice, access to the instructor within the course for any questions or feedback, a 30-day full refund guarantee with no questions asked. But don't take my word for it. Here are what some of my Google reviews have to say. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll now and get access to this amazing course.
In this video, we are going to learn about informal greetings. So we greet a person informally if it's someone we know very well, like friends, family, loved ones. So when greeting, we say hello, like hello Tom or hi Anna. So the greetings are hello and hi followed by their first name. While saying goodbye, we say tschüss, like tschüss Marcus or tschüss Tina. Other common expressions for saying goodbye are bis bald, see you soon. This is used when you're going to see the person soon in the near future. Bis morgen, see you tomorrow. Bis später, see you later. So when you're going to see the person a couple of hours later on the same day, you could use bis später. Bis gleich, see you in a bit. So when you're going to see the person in a couple of minutes to an hour's time, bis gleich is used. In this video, we are going to listen to an informal dialogue between two friends. Hallo Tom. Hi Lina. Wie geht's? Danke gut. Und dir? Auch gut, danke. Tschüss Tom. Bis bald Lina. Mach's gut. So the most common way to ask someone how you're doing informally is wie geht's, used among friends, family, loved ones. When you want to say how are you, we say wie geht's. Review. Hallo, hi, wie geht's, danke, gut, tschüss, bis bald, mach's gut. Formal greetings. We use formal greetings when greeting someone older than us, in a higher position than us, or someone we just don't know very well. Let's take a look at an example. Guten Morgen, Herr Schneider. Good morning, Mr. Schneider. So for all male people, we have to add Herr in front of their surname. Herr plus their surname. For a woman, it would be Guten Morgen, Frau Smith. Frau referring to Miss or Mrs. Smith. So men are addressed politely by saying Herr followed by their surname, and women are addressed politely by saying Frau plus their surname. And we always greet based on the time of the day. So if it's morning, we say Guten Morgen. If it's during the day, we say Guten Tag. During the evening, Guten Abend. At night, it's Gute Nacht. So you wish based on the time of the day, followed by, if it's a man, Herr and the surname. If it's a woman, Frau and the surname. In this video, we are going to take a look at two dialogues, one informal and the other formal. The first dialogue, Dialog 1. Hallo Anna, wie geht es dir? Hi Tom, danke, gut, und dir? Auch gut, danke. Tschüss Tom, bis bald Anna. Dialog 2. Guten Tag, Frau Smith, wie geht es Ihnen? Guten Tag, Herr Schmidt. Danke gut. Und Ihnen? Auch gut, danke. Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Schmidt. Auf Wiedersehen. Wie geht's explanation. So in this lesson, we are going to see the differences between the informal dialogue versus the formal one. Tom. Hallo Anna, wie geht es dir? Hallo Anna is an informal greeting. We greet either hello or hi, followed by the first name. Wie geht es dir is another way of saying how are you. We've learned in previous lessons we could just say wie geht's. That's the most commonest way to ask someone how they're doing informally. Formally we greet based on the time of the day. So if it's morning, Guten Morgen. Here it's good day during the day. So Guten Tag. Frau Smith. So you have to add Frau to be polite. Frau and the surname. And the phrase for how are you is Wie geht es Ihnen? Wie geht es Ihnen? Here it was Wie geht es dir, the full form. Here it is Wie geht es Ihnen? Hi Tom, danke gut, und dir? So dir is you. So the response will also be Danke gut, und dir? Guten Tag, Herr Schmidt. Danke gut, und Ihnen? So informally it is dir. Formally it is Ihnen. Auch gut, danke. Tschüss, Tom. Tschüss is the informal goodbye. So formally that is Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Schmidt. Goodbye, Mr. Smith. Mir geht es. Mir geht es gives you more ways to respond to the how are you question, and it is used with an adjective. Mir geht es plus an adjective. And it means I am, I'm doing, I'm feeling. Like when you want to respond to the how are you question saying I'm doing great, I'm feeling good, we use this phrase. Let's take a look at some examples. Gut, mir geht es gut. Nicht gut, mir geht es nicht gut. Fantastisch, mir geht es fantastisch. There's a list of other adjectives that you can use to answer the how are you question. You can access the same in the resource section. Nominative. The nominative case. Was ist der Nominative? What is the nominative? The nominative is the subject of a sentence. It is seen in the beginning of a sentence. It's the person or the thing being described. Let's take a look at some examples. Das Auto ist alt, the car is old. Das Auto and the car are the subject in these sentences. Die Frau kauft ein Buch, the woman buys a book. Die Frau, the woman are the subjects. Personal pronouns in the nominative case. We are going to first see the personal pronouns in the singular. That is ich, du, sie and es. Noch einmal, once more. Ich, du, sie, es. And in the plural, wir, ihr, sie. So du is the informal you and sie is the formal you. C capitalized is the formal U, and it is used instead of du when you're talking to one person formally, and it's used in the plural instead of ihr. Ihr is you guys, you all, you plural. Ich is when you're talking about yourself. Du is when you're talking to someone. I'm talking to you. Sie, es is when you're talking about someone, about him, her, it. You about he, she, and it. Wir is we all. So you're also included. Ihr is you guys, like you're talking to a small group of people. And sie is they. So there are 3 Z's. One is she, one is they, and one is sie formal. Thus alphabet, the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K, L, M, N. H, I, J, K, L, M, N. O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. V, W, X, Y, Z. V, W, X, Y, Z. A umlaut, O umlaut, U umlaut, S set. Special characters of the German alphabet. If you see the 2 dots on top of them, those are called umlauts. And if you don't have these special characters on your system, you could replace it with, for A umlaut it's AE, O umlaut it's OE, U umlaut is UE, and S set it's double S. Thus alphabet, Diktat. In this dictation exercise, we'll practice the German alphabet. So I'll pronounce each word twice. Write the letters down as you hear them. So the first one, J, O, H, A, N, N, A. Once more, J, O, H, A, N, N, A. The second one, U, R, S, U, L, A. U, R, S, U, L, A. The third one, C, H, R, I, S, T, O, P, H. C, H, R, I, S, T, O, P, H. The last one, M, A, G, D, A, L, A, N, A. M, A, G, D, A, L, A, N, A. So the first word was Johanna. The second one, Ursula. Christoph, Magdalena. Die Zahlen 0 bis 10, the numbers 0 to 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Welche Zahlen hörst du? Which number do you hear? I'm going to read out 2 phone numbers. I'm going to read them out twice. Write down the numbers that you hear. So for the first one, 0157 6289 7841. Once more, 0157 6289 7841. For the second one, 0951 834 67032. Once more, 0951 834 67032. So the numbers are 0157 6289 7841. And for the second one, 0951 834 67032. Aussprache, pronunciation. Die Aussprache von EI. Whenever we see words with EI, the focus is on the second letter I. For example, eins, eins. Wine, wine. I. Die Aussprache von IE. Here the focus is on the second letter E. Bier, Bier. Sieben, sieben. Wie. Die Aussprache von CH. A, O, and U before CH in a word sounds like duck, duck. Cock, cock. Bug, Bug. Die Aussprache von CH. EI, A Umlaut, O Umlaut, U Umlaut plus CH before CH in a word sounds like SH, like sh. I before CH is ish, ish. E before CH is sprechen, sprechen. Bücher, Bücher. Die Aussprache von CH am Anfang. Die Aussprache von CH am Anfang, beginning. So when CH is in the beginning of a word, it sounds like SH again. Chemie, chemie. China, China. Chef, chef. Die Aussprache von EU, E Umlaut U. Teuer, teuer. It sounds like oi, oi. The EU and AU with umlaut sounds like oi. So EU, Toya, Toya, heute, heute, Bäume, Bäume. Die Aussprache von Z, which gives a TS sound. Zucker, Zucker, Zeit, Zeit, Zebra, Zebra. Die Aussprache von V, which is V, because V stands for V. Vater, Vater. Volkswagen, Volkswagen. Vorname, Vorname. Die Aussprache von E am Wortende, end of a word. The pronunciation of E at the end of a word sounds like Katze, Katze. Lampe, Lampe. Sprache, Sprache. Die Aussprache von SP, which sounds like Sprechen, Sprechen. Spanien, Spanien. Spanisch, Spanisch. Die Aussprache von ST is studieren, studieren. Straße, Straße. Stein, Stein. Die Aussprache von IG, ich, sounds like ish. 20, 20. Richtig, richtig. König, König. Regular verbs conjugation. The majority of verbs in German end in en. I've taken two examples here. One trinken and the other kaufen. To conjugate a verb in German, we have to remove the en, and what we are left with is called the stem of the verb. So for trinken, it's trink. Kaufen, it's kauf. And to this stem, we add personal pronoun endings. So each of the personal pronoun that we've seen, ich, du, er, sie, es, take on certain endings. Let's take a look at an example on what these endings look like. So for the personal pronoun, the ending is always e. So it's ich trinke. Du, the ending is st, du trinkst. Er, sie, es, trinkt. The ending is t. And in the plural, for wir, it's en, so wir trinken, ihr trinkt, sie trinken. So the personal pronoun endings are e, st, t, en, t, en. And this applies for all regular verbs. Now that we have learned the conjugation rules, let's try and conjugate these two verbs. The first verb is kaufen, to buy. How do you say I buy? Ich kaufe. You buy. Du kaufst. He, she, or it buys. Er, sie, es kauft. Wir buy. Wir kaufen. You guys buy. Ihr kauft. And they, or you formal, buy. Kaufen. Now try and conjugate the verb kommen. You'll have to add the stem of the verb and the ending too. Pause the video for a while, Conjugate the verb and then unpause for the answers. Ich komme. Du kommst. Sie, es kommt. Wir kommen. Ihr kommt. Sie kommen. Regular verb exceptions. In this video, we are going to take a look at 3 verbs: reisen, heißen, tanzen. That's the stem of the verb: reis, heiß, and tanz. So for verbs whose stem ends in s, set or set, in the do form, only a T is added, not an ST. This is mainly done for pronunciation purposes. Let's take a look at an example. Du reist nach Deutschland. You travel to Germany. It's du reist only with a T, not an ST. Or du heißt Ella. You are called Ella. Du tanzt super. You dance super. The verb exceptions for this lesson are arbeiten, finden, warten. And the stem of these verbs are arbeit, find, wart. So whenever the stem of a verb ends in a D or a T, you have to add an additional E in the du form, in the zs form, and the ihr form, the you plural form, which is you guys, you all. Let's see some examples. Du arbeitest immer. You always work. Findest du das Buch interessant? Findest du findest. Findest du das Buch interessant? Wartet auf dich. So whenever the stem of a verb ends in a D or a T, add an additional E in the do form, zs form, and the ihr form. Majority of German verbs end in en, but sometimes we come across verbs ending in rn or ln. When this happens, all you need to do is remove the n and apply the same conjugation rules. For example, wir feiern zusammen. Feier is the stem, and the ending that you have to apply is n. Wir feiern zusammen. We celebrate together. Wandern Sie oft? Do you hike often? So Sie here is the formal Sie, which could be one person or plural, when more than one person. In this case, it is one person. Angelt einmal pro Monat. He fishes once a month. So to recap, whenever we come across verbs ending in rn or ln, all we need to do to conjugate the verb is remove the n and follow the same conjugation rules. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at 2 of the most important irregular verbs in German. The first one is sein, to be. Let's look at the conjugation for this verb. Bin, ich bin Tom. Bist, du bist Anna. Ist, sie ist Lehrerin. Sind, wir sind Freunde. Seid, ihr seid Studentin. Sind, sie sind Frau Mauer. So it is ich bin, du bist, sie ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. Let's take a look at the next verb, which is haben. Haben, to have. Habe. Ich habe zwei Kinder. Hast. Du hast keine Kinder. Hat. Sie hat keine Zeit. Haben. Wir haben heute Zeit. Habt. Ihr habt am Freitag Zeit. Haben. Sie haben morgen Zeit. So, ich habe, du hast, sie hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at countries and languages in German. So, Länder is countries, Sprachen, languages. So, first China, Chinesisch, Polen, Polnisch, Deutschland, Deutsch, Italien, Italienisch, Japan, Japanisch, Frankreich, Französisch, Russland, Russisch, Portugal, Portugiesisch, Spanien, Spanisch, Indien, Hindi, die USA, English, die Schweiz, Deutsch, der Iran, Persisch, die Türkei, Türkisch. We use the verb kommen to answer the question woher kommst du or woher kommen Sie. So woher kommst du means where do you come from. Woher kommen Sie is the same thing, that's just formal. You're addressing someone formally. The capital Z, the Z pronoun is formal. It's used in the singular and plural. The conjugation is always going to be en, irrespective whether it's singular or plural. So, answering the question, where do you come from, woher kommst du, you would reply saying, ich komme aus. Ich komme aus. For example, ich komme aus Spanien or ich komme aus Indien. Länder mit Artikel, the feminine. So for feminine articles, for nouns which are feminine, here you can't just say ich komme aus Schweiz, you have to say ich komme aus der Schweiz or ich komme aus der Türkei. That's for feminine nouns. For masculine, it changes. You will have to say dem, ich komme aus dem Irak, ich komme aus dem Iran. For plural, it is den. You would say ich komme aus den USA, ich komme aus den Niederlanden. A list with all the feminine, masculine and plural countries will be available to download. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to introduce yourself. Heißen, to be called. Ich heiße Anna. Sein, ich bin, I am, ich bin Anna. Or mein Name ist Anna, my name is Anna. You can use any of these three phrases to say your name. Kommen, to come. Ich komme aus, I come from. Ich komme aus, and the country. Wohnen, ich wohne in. I live in. Wohnen means to live. Ich wohne in the city that you live in. Sprechen, ich spreche. Sprechen is to speak. So ich spreche and the languages you speak. Let's try and do an exercise with the details given. Victor Schneider. Name, Victor Schneider. So how do you say I am called Victor Schneider, I am Victor Schneider, or my name is Victor Schneider? Yes, ich heiße Viktor Schneider. Mein Name ist Viktor Schneider. Ich bin Viktor Schneider. Geburtsort, birthplace, Deutschland. How do you say I come from Germany? Ich komme aus Deutschland. Wohnort, place of residence. How do you say I live in Hanover? Ich wohne in Hannover. Sprachen, languages, Deutsch und Englisch. How do you say I speak German and English? Ich spreche Deutsch und Englisch. So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Irregular verbs. In German, we have a couple of irregular verbs. They are irregular in nature because there's a vowel change occurring in the do form and as form of the verb. Let's take a look at these verbs which change from E to I. Sprechen. Ich spreche, du sprichst, er spricht, wir sprechen, ihr sprecht, sie sprechen. So you can clearly see in the do form and as form, the vowel changes from E, now it's I. The next example, geben. Ich gebe, du gibst, es gibt, wir geben, ihr gebt, sie geben. Again from E to I in the do and the as form. Treffen, to meet. Ich treffe, du triffst, es trifft, wir treffen, ihr trefft, sie treffen. And the last one, essen, to eat. Ich esse, du isst, es isst, wir essen, ihr esst, sie essen. So to recap, irregular verbs in German change their vowel, and this happens mainly for pronunciation purposes. Die Zahlen 0 bis 20, the numbers 0 to 20. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 17 is not 17, 17. 16 is 16. Die Zahlen 20 bis 100, the numbers 20 to 100. 20, 30, so 30 does not get the ZIG at the end. It has the S set. It's the only one like that. It's kind of special. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 oder 100. You can say 100, that's 100, or just 100, 100. So numbers above 20 take on a slightly different pattern. We say the second digit first and then the first digit. So here 21 would be 21. We say ein, then und, 20. 1 and 20. Zweiundzwanzig. 23. 23. 24. 24. 25. 25. 26. 26. So 27. 27. 28. 28. 29. 29. 30. 30. 100 oder 100. You can say 100, 100 or 100. 100. 200, 200. It goes on till 300, 400, 900, 1000 or 1000. 1000 or 1000. 1000 or 1000. 3000. A mixed number like this, 5425. You say first, you say 5000, so 5000. Then you go to 4, 400, 400, 25. So first we say 5000, then 400, then 2 digits. The way we learn 2 digits, we say 5 and 20. 5425. And everything is always written together without any gaps. 10,000. That's the 1000 separator for 5 digits that we use. 10,000. For larger numbers, 5 digits, this is how we would do it. 46,000. 46,000. Then do 3 digits. 783. And everything is always written together. 100,000. 200,000. 1,000,000. 1,000,000. Zahlenübung, numbers practice. So how would you say this? Einhunderteins oder 101. Einhundertelf oder 111. Einhunderteinundzwanzig. So you say 100 and then the 2 digits like we've learned. 121. 223. 400. 445. And everything is always written together, so there's no gaps. This would be, you would say 2000 first, 2000, 500, 2000, and after that the 3 digits. 2000, 500, 93, 2593. This one, (6,284). For larger numbers, you'll do the 2 digit first, so it would be 74,324. (69.864). And for larger numbers, it will be 564,342. A basic German sentence consists of a subject, verb, and an object. The subject determines what ending the verb takes on. So for example here, Paul trinkt Kaffee. Paul refers to the personal pronoun er, and er takes on the personal ending t. So it is Paul trinkt Kaffee. Let's look at some more examples. Sie heißt Marika Müller. She's called Marika Müller. Heißt Markus Müller. Sie wohnen in Berlin. They live in Berlin. So as you can see from the rules here, the verb is always in position 2 in a sentence. Ja-Nein-Fragen. So Ja-Nein-Fragen is a question type where you could respond by saying ja, yes, or nein, no. So far we have seen statements where the subject is in position 1, the verb is in position 2, and the object follows it. To ask a Ja-Nein-Fragen or to ask a yes or no question, all you need to do is swap the verb and the subject. So the verb comes in position 1 and then the subject in position 2. Let's take a look at some more examples. Heißt du Tom? Are you called Tom? So the verb heißen is in position 1. Lernt Deutsch? Does he learn German? Trinken Sie Kaffee? Do you drink coffee? Sprichst du Spanisch? As you can see in all these examples, the verb is always in position 1 and the subject is in position 2. W-Fragen, question words. So we use question words when we require some specific information. The rules for question words is the question word is always in position 1 in a sentence. The verb is in position 2 and the subject in position 3. Like in the example, wie heißen Sie? Wie is how, how are you called? And this is a question asked formally. Let's see the other examples. Wie heißt du? Informal. Wer bist du? Who are you? Woher kommen Sie? Where do you come from? Welche Sprachen sprichst du? Which languages do you speak? So question words when combined with a noun adjective take position 1. They do not get separated. This is an overview of what we just learned. We're first going to look at W-Fragen, question words. So the rules are the W-Fragen or the question word is always in position 1 in a sentence, and we have the verb in position 2 and then the subject. So for example, wie heißt sie? What is she called? What's her name? Wie heißt sie? Woher kommt sie? Where does she come from? Was lernt Tom? What does Tom learn? Wo wohnt er? Where does he live? The next one is Ja, Nein Fragen, yes or no questions. With yes or no questions, the verb is always in position 1 and the subject in position 2 and the rest in position 3. Heißt sie Anna? Is she called Anna? Kommt sie aus Spanien? Does she come from Spain? Lernt Tom Spanish? Does Tom learn Spanish? Wohnt er in Berlin? Does he live in Berlin? The last one is Aussagen, statements. The statements, the subject is in position 1, verb in position 2, and then the rest. Sie heißt Anna. She is called Anna. Sie kommt aus Spanien. She comes from Spain. Tom learns Spanish. Tom learns Spanish. Er wohnt in Berlin. He lives in Berlin. We've learned how to introduce ourselves. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to ask people questions about themselves, like what's their name, where do they come from, where do they live, and which languages they speak, both formally and informally. Wie heißen Sie? Ich heiße Helen Smith. Woher kommen Sie? Ich komme aus Deutschland. Wo wohnen Sie? Ich wohne in Berlin. Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? Ich spreche Deutsch. Formally, the conjugation is always en, whether it's singular or plural. So it's heißen, kommen, wohnen, sprechen. Informally, wie heißt du? Ich heiße Anna. Woher kommst du? Ich komme aus Spanien. Wo wohnst du? Ich wohne auch in Berlin. Welche Sprachen sprichst du? Ich spreche Englisch und Spanisch. Ich lerne Deutsch. This is the second lot of irregular verbs. In the first row, we see 3 verbs, sehen, lesen, and empfehlen, and they change their vowel from E to IE. So it's ich sehe, du siehst, sie es sieht. Wir sehen, ihr seht, sie sehen. Lesen behaves the same way. Ich lese, du liest, sie es liest. Wir lesen, ihr lest, sie lesen. Empfehlen, to recommend. Ich empfehle, du empfiehlst, sie es empfiehlt. Wir empfehlen, ihr empfehlt, sie empfehlen. The next lot of verbs change from A to A umlaut. So A umlaut sounds like A. So ich fahre, du fährst, sie es fährt, wir fahren, ihr fahrt, sie fahren. So fahren is to drive or to ride. Schlafen, to sleep. Ich schlafe, du schläfst, sie es schläft, wir schlafen, ihr schlaft, sie schlafen. And the last one, backen, to bake. Ich backe, du bakst, sie es bakt, wir backen, ihr backt, Sie packen. In this lesson, we take a look at the most common hobbies in German. First one is lesen. Lesen. Fahrrad fahren. Fahrrad fahren. Tanzen. Tanzen. Fußball spielen. Fußball spielen. Fotografieren. Fotografieren. Musik hören. Musik hören. Reisen. Reisen. Kochen. Kochen. Schwimmen. Schwimmen. Malen. Malen. Etwas gern machen, to like to do something. Gern is an adverb, and when added to a sentence, it means the person likes doing that particular activity. Let's take a look at these examples. Gern plus a verb. So Anna kocht gern. So that would mean Anna likes to cook. Tom schwimmt gern. Tom likes swimming. So gern is placed right after the verb. And gern, when combined with an object, Anna kocht gern pasta. So still the position of gern doesn't change. It comes right after the verb. Pedro spielt gern Fußball. Pedro likes to play football. These are the rules when gern is in a statement. When negating gern, the negation nicht comes right after the verb. Anna kocht nicht gern. Tom schwimmt nicht gern. Anna kocht nicht gern Pasta. Pedro spielt nicht gern Fußball. So nicht is placed right after the verb when negating the statement. In questions, we've already learned in the yes or no questions the verb is always in position 1. The same rule applies. Kocht Anna gern. Schwimmt Tom gern. Kocht Anna gern Pasta. Spielt Pedro gern Fußball. So the verb is in position 1, the subject in position 2, then followed by gern and then the object. Was machen Sie gern? Was magst du gern? That's the question when you want to ask someone what they like to do in terms of their hobbies. We would say, was machen Sie gern? Formally. And informally, we would say, was magst du gern? You could ask, schwimmst du gern? Ja, ich schwimme gern. Nein, ich schwimme nicht gern. Spielen Sie gern Tennis? Ja, ich spiele gern Tennis. Oder nein, ich spiele nicht gern Tennis. Kocht Anna gern? Ja, sie kocht gern. Nein, sie kocht nicht gern. Einen Termin machen, to make an appointment. Redemittel, useful phrases. So when we want to make an appointment, we can use these phrases. The first one, ich hätte gern einen Termin. I would like to have an appointment. Ich hätte gern einen Termin. Ich hätte gern einen Termin am. So follows the days of the week, so you can see on which day. So ich hätte gern einen Termin am Montag, for example. I would like to have an appointment on Monday. Ich hätte gern einen Termin am Montag. Ich hätte gern einen Termin am Montag. If you want to ask if there's a free slot, you could use frei haben. So frei goes with the verb haben. Haben Sie for example, haben Sie am Montag einen Termin frei? Do you have a free slot on Monday? So when you want to ask if a particular day and time works for you, you use the phrase geht es. Geht es am Montag 10 Uhr, for example. So if it works, the person would say, ja, das geht. Yes, that works. Ja, das geht. When it doesn't work, nein, das geht leider nicht. No, unfortunately, that doesn't work. Nein, das geht leider nicht. So you can suggest another day and time. So geht es auch am Dienstag 10 Uhr? Geht es auch am Dienstag 10 Uhr? Does it also work on Tuesday at 10? So once you've decided on the date, you could say bis following the day of the week. So bis Montag 10 Uhr. Danke, auf Wiederhören. So when saying goodbye on the phone, we say auf Wiederhören. When it's in person, it's auf Wiedersehen. And on the phone, it's auf Wiederhören. Markus Weber. Guten Tag, Friseursalon Meirak. Markus Weber here. Was kann ich für Sie tun? Good day, Hair Salon Meirak. Markus Weber speaking. What can I do for you? Guten Tag, mein Name ist Alicia Schneider. Ich hätte gern einen Termin. Good day, my name is Alicia Schneider. I would like to have an appointment. Okay, geht es heute 13 Uhr? Okay, does it work today at 1? Nein, das geht leider nicht. Ich muss arbeiten. No, unfortunately that doesn't work. I have to work. Geht es am Samstag 10 Uhr? Does it work on Saturday at 10? Ja, das geht. Yes, that works. Wie ist nochmal Ihr Name bitte? What is your name once again? Alicia Schneider. Alicia Schneider. Danke, Frau Schneider. Bis Samstag. Auf Wiederhören. So thanks, Frau Schneider. See you on Saturday. Auf Wiederhören. Auf Wiederhören. In German, each noun has a gender that comes along with a certain article. Like for the masculine nouns, is denoted by the article der. Like in the examples here, der Tisch, der Salat, der Laptop. Let's answer these questions. Was ist schön? What is beautiful? Der Tisch ist schön. Was ist lecker? Der Salat ist lecker. Was ist schnell? Der Laptop ist schnell. So all masculine nouns in German is denoted by the article der. Let's take a look at the feminine article. Feminine article is die, so you will see it in front of a noun. Die Jacke, die Lampe, die Uhr. Was ist teuer? What is expensive? Was ist teuer? Die Jacke ist teuer. Was ist neu? Die Lampe ist neu. Und was ist langsam? Die Uhr ist langsam. So all nouns that are feminine will be denoted by the article the. Let's take a look at neuter nouns. So we have das Auto, das Handy, das Buch. So neuter nouns will be denoted by the article das. Was ist alt? Das Auto ist alt. Was ist billig? Das Handy ist billig. Was ist interessant? Das Buch ist interessant. Let's take a look at the plural nouns. Let's take a look at the plural nouns. So we have die Hunde, the dogs, die Tomaten, die Bücher, books. So in front of every plural noun, you would see the article die. So it doesn't matter what the noun was in the singular. In the plural, it's always die. Die Hunde, die Tomaten, die Bücher. Was sind süß? Die Hunde sind süß. Was sind schlecht? Die Tomaten sind schlecht. Was sind langweilig? Die Bücher sind langweilig. So to recap, the masculine article is der, feminine is die, neuter is das, and for the plural nouns, it's always going to be die. Monate und Jahreszeiten, months and seasons. Die Jahreszeiten, the seasons. Sommer, Herbst, Frühling, Winter. Sommer, Herbst, Frühling, Winter. Die Monate, the months. Januar, Februar, März, April, Mai, Juni, Juli, August, September, October, November, Dezember. Noch einmal, once more. Januar, Februar, März, April, Mai, Juni, Juli, August, September, October, November, Dezember. Berufe, professions in German. Professions in German change based on the gender of the person. Several masculine professions end in er, while the feminine professions always will end in in. For example, der Kellner, die Kellnerin, der Lehrer, die Lehrerin, der Musiker, die Musikerin, der Apotheker, die Apothekerin. There is a list of other professions which you'll be able to download. Was sind Sie von Beruf? What's your profession? That's the question you ask when you want to ask someone what their profession is. And this statement is said formally. Informally, we would say, Was bist du von Beruf? Ich bin Ingenieurin. Und du? I'm an engineer. And you? Ich arbeite als Ärztin. Wo arbeitest du? Ich arbeite bei Google. So ich bin Ingenieurin. In German, we just say I am and the profession. We don't add I am a. In German, it's done this way. Ich bin Ingenieurin. Ich bin Architektin. Ich bin Ärztin. Arbeiten als, we can use along with the profession when you want to say I work as. So ich arbeite als and the profession. Ärztin. Ich arbeite als Ingenieurin. Arbeiten bei, you use when you want to say you work at. Bei means at. So ich arbeite bei Google. Ich arbeite bei Facebook. So to recap, arbeiten als follows the profession and arbeiten bei follows the company, Firma. In the next few videos, we're going to look at a series of time prepositions. In this video, we're looking at the preposition is followed by Tageszeit, times of the day, Wochentage, days of the week, and Wochenende, weekend. In this lesson, we are going to look at times of the day, Tageszeit. So times of the day, they're morgen. If you want to say in the morning, you will say am Morgen. Am plus morgen. For adverbs of time, it is morgens. Say if you're doing something, doing an activity repeatedly, we use it in the smaller case, morgens. In that case, we don't use the preposition just morgens. Like for example, morgens spiele ich tennis. Morgens I play tennis. So am Morgen and morgens we'd use between 5 o'clock, 5 bis 9 Uhr, between 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Der Vormittag, that's the pre-midday, we would say am Vormittag, Vormittags, and that is between 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Der Mittag, which is the midday, we would say am Mittag, at noon. The adverbs of time would be mittags, am Mittag, mittags, that is between 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. 12 bis 14 Uhr. Then we have Nachmittag, afternoon. We would say am Nachmittag oder Nachmittags. That is between 2 to 6 o'clock. Der Abend, we would say am Abend, abends. That is between 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 18 Uhr bis 22 Uhr. The Nacht, the night. The night is an exception. It will not take on the preposition am, but it will be in der Nacht. In der Nacht, as it is a feminine noun. In der Nacht. In the adverb of time, we would say nachts. In der Nacht, nachts. It will be from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. In this video, we are going to look at the days of the week and adverbs of time. So we have heute, which is today, morgen, tomorrow. Morgen written in the small case like that means tomorrow. If it's written in the uppercase, it means morning. Then übermorgen, day after tomorrow. Gestern, yesterday. Vorgestern, day before yesterday. The days of the week, they're Montag, Monday. If you want to say on Monday, it's am Montag. And the adverb of time would be montags. Written in a small case, it doesn't require a preposition. So when you're talking about an activity that you do repeatedly, like on every Monday I play tennis, then you would use adverbs of time like montags, dienstags. Next one is der Dienstag, Tuesday, am Dienstag, dienstags. Der Mittwoch, am Mittwoch, mittwochs. Der Donnerstag, am Donnerstag, donnerstags. Der Freitag, am Freitag, freitags. Der Samstag, am Samstag, Samstags. There's Sonntag, am Sonntag, Sonntags. So you can see all the days of the week are masculine. I'll repeat it again. Der Montag, der Dienstag, der Mittwoch, der Donnerstag, der Freitag, der Samstag und der Sonntag. Time prepositions. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at some time prepositions. The first one is So we use with Tageszeit, times of the day, Wochentage, days of the week, and Wochenende, weekend. Let's look at these examples. Tom trinkt am Morgen einen Kaffee. Tom drinks in the morning a coffee. Anna ist am Montag in Hamburg. Anna is on Monday in Hamburg. Wir lernen am Wochenende Deutsch. We learn on the weekend German. So it's am Morgen, am Montag, am Wochenende. So times of the day, days of the week, and the weekend. The next preposition is and we use it for Uhrzeit to tell the time. Der Film beginnt 20 Uhr. Translates to at. Wir haben 10 Uhr ein Meeting. We have at 10 o'clock a meeting. Wir gehen 17 Uhr zu Maria. We go at 5 o'clock to Maria. So is always used for saying the time. Im used with Jahreszeiten und Monaten, with seasons and months. Melissa besucht im Herbst ihre Tante. So Melissa visits in autumn her aunt. Wir reisen in Sommer nach Paris. We travel in summer to Paris. Kommt Anna im September? So does Anna come in September? So it's used with seasons and months. Then we have von und bis, from and till, used with Wochentage, Monate, Tageszeiten und Uhrzeiten. So days of the week, month, times of the day, and time, the general saying the time. Anna is from Montag bis Freitag in Hamburg. Von Montag, from Monday to Friday. Sie arbeitet jeden Tag von 9 bis 16 Uhr. So she works every day from 9 till 4 o'clock. So that is Anna's calendar. So we are going to look at the calendar and answer some questions. Wochentage means weekdays, so days of the week, Wochentage. Uhrzeit is time. Aktivität is activities. So I'm going to ask you some questions and you're going to frame the answers in German. So the first question is, was macht Anna am Montagmorgen? So what does Anna do on Monday morning? Montagmorgen. How do you say she plays at 9 o'clock tennis? Sie spielt 9 Uhr Tennis. The next one, wann lernt Anna Deutsch? How do you say she learns at 5 o'clock German? Sie lernt 17 Uhr Deutsch. Wann ist sie in Berlin? When is she in Berlin? So how do you say she is from Wednesday to Friday in Berlin? Sie ist von Mittwoch bis Freitag in Berlin. Von is from, bis is till. Next question. When geht sie ins Fitnessstudio? Fitnessstudio is the gym. So wann geht sie in Fitnessstudio? When does she go to the fitness studio? So here you want to say she goes on Tuesday at 7 to the fitness studio. Sie geht am Dienstag 7 Uhr ins Fitnessstudio. Next question. Wann geht sie zum Supermarkt? When did she go to the supermarket? So the same sentence structure. She goes on Tuesday at 2 o'clock to the supermarket. Sie geht am Dienstag 14 Uhr zum Supermarkt. The next one. Wann hat sie English test? Wann hat sie English test? When does she have English test? Sie hat am Samstag 13 Uhr English test. The last one. Wann geht sie ins Kino? Ins Kino is the movie, so when does she go to the movies? Wann geht sie ins Kino? Sie geht am Samstag 18 Uhr ins Kino. Lesen Sie die Informationen in der Tabelle und stellen Sie Annika vor. Read the information in the table and introduce Annika. Name Annika Meyer. How do you say that is Annika Meyer or she is called Annika Meyer? Das ist Annika Meyer. Sie heißt Annika Meyer. Geburtsort, birthplace. How do you say she comes from Germany? Sie kommt aus Deutschland. Wohnort, Berlin. How do you say she lives in Berlin? Sie wohnt in Berlin. Beruf, profession. How do you say she's a teacher? Sie ist Lehrerin. You could also say she works as teacher. Sie arbeitet als Lehrerin. Sprachen, Deutsch und Englisch. How do you say she speaks German and English? Sie spricht Deutsch und Englisch. Arbeitsplatz, workplace. How do you say she works at Deutsch Academy? Sie arbeitet bei Deutsch Academy. Bei is a preposition to use when you say you work at a particular company. Arbeitszeit, work times, Montag, so Monday to Friday. How do you say she works from Monday to Friday? Sie arbeitet von Montag bis Freitag. And Freizeit, free time, how do you say she's free in the weekend? Sie hat am Wochenende frei. So it is frei haben, that's what you would use. You'd use the verb haben along with frei. So sie hat am Wochenende frei. Frei would go right to the end of the sentence, and haben would be in position 2. Hobbies, how do you say she likes to travel and swim? Sie reist und schwimmt gern. Informelle Uhrzeiten, informal time. The phrase we use to ask the time is wie spät ist es? That's what's the time. We could say Entschuldigung, wie spät ist es? Excuse me, what's the time? Or we could also say Entschuldigung, wie viel Uhr ist es? Excuse me, what's the time? Uhr is clocks, like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So how many clocks is it? The response could be es ist. So if it's on the clock, like if it's 7, you could say es ist 7 Uhr or es ist 7. To say the informal time in German, we require 2 prepositions. One is vor and the other is nach. So vor means before and nach means after. And we would be using these 2 prepositions to say the informal time in German. So if it's 8 o'clock, we would say es ist 8 Uhr. Es ist 8 Uhr or es ist 8. 8:05 is es ist 5 nach 8. So it's 5, literally 5 minutes. Nach is after 8. So 8:05 will be es ist 5 nach 8. 8:10 would be es ist 10 nach 8. 8:15 es ist 15 nach 8. So instead of saying 8:15 like that, you can also say it's 8:15. That is Viertel. Viertel is quarter. Es ist Viertel nach 8. If you're writing it down, Viertel has to be capitalized because it's considered to be the noun in the sentence. Es ist Viertel nach 8. Es ist 5:05. We'll come back to that. Es ist halb. So if it's 8:30, in English we see it as 30 minutes after 8, past 8. In German we see 8:30 as 30 minutes to the next hour, which is 9. So es ist 8:30. You would use this construction. Es ist 8:30. If it's 9:30, es ist 9:30. 11:30, es ist 11:30. Like that. So here es ist 8:05. So it's 5 minutes before 8:30. 8:30. So 8:05. Es ist 5 nach 8:30. So 8:35 would be es ist 5 nach 8:30. 8:45 is es ist 8:45. 8:55 would be es ist 8:55. Es ist 8:55. Let's try and practice with some examples. How would you say this? Es ist 10 nach 9. Es ist 10 vor 2. Es ist 10 vor 4. Und S ist Viertel vor 10. In this exercise, we are going to practice the informal time. Start the sentence by saying es ist, it is. So how would you say the first one? Wie spät ist es? Es ist 4 Uhr oder es ist 4. The next one. Es ist Viertel vor 11. Es ist Viertel nach 6. Es ist 10 nach 5. Es ist 10 vor 2. Es ist 11:30. Es ist Viertel vor 9. Es ist 10 vor halb 3. So 2:30 would be halb 3. 10 vor halb 3, 10 minutes to halb 3. In this lesson, we are going to see the differences between the informal time and the formal time. The informal time is a 12-hour clock system, and the formal time is a 24-hour clock. And the example given here for the informal time, this is how we would read it. Es ist Viertel nach 3. And formally, this is how we would say it. Es ist 15 Uhr 15. So you say es ist 15, then you add Uhr, and then the minutes 15. And the next example, es ist halb 7 for informally. And formally we would say that as es ist 18:30. Informally, if you want to emphasize at what time it is, like if you're meeting someone at 9, to emphasize when, you could add am Morgen or am Abend. Die formelle Uhrzeit, the formal time. How would you say this? How would you say the time? Es ist 10:12. So you say 10, then Uhr, and then the minutes. Es ist 10:12. Es ist 20:41. Es ist 13:30. Es ist 1:15. Ein, when combined with a noun, is ein. It's not eins, even though one is eins. You can't say es ist 1 Uhr. You would say 1 Uhr because it's combined with a noun. It is only ein. Es ist 23:50. Es ist 19:45. Es ist 18:30. Es ist 22:46. Definite and indefinite articles. We've already seen the definite articles in the nominative case. So let's quickly review them. It's there for masculine nouns, the for feminine, thus for neuter nouns, and the for plural nouns. Today we are going to see the indefinite articles. So for masculine nouns, ein is the indefinite article. So there corresponds to the, ein corresponds to or an. So for there, the indefinite form of the masculine article is ein. Der Mann heißt Peter, telefoniert. So the man is called Peter, he's on the phone. Telefonieren is to be on the phone. Peter ist ein Mann, telefoniert. So der Mann, ein Mann. Let's see for the feminine nouns. Die, for die it's eine. Die Frau heißt Anna. Sie wohnt in Berlin. So the woman is called Anna. She lives in Berlin. Anna ist eine Frau, a woman. She lives in Berlin. Sie wohnt in Berlin. So die Frau, eine Frau. Thus, it's ein. The indefinite article is ein. Das Auto ist schwarz, es ist schnell. So the car is black, it is fast. Das ist ein Auto. Es ist schwarz und schnell. So das Auto, ein Auto. For plural forms in the definite article is die. Indefinite forms we have no article. Die Kinder hören Musik, the children listening to music. Kinder hören Musik. So to recap, for masculine nouns, the definite article is there, indefinite is ein. For feminine nouns, it's die, and indefinite forms is eine. For neuter nouns, it's das, and the indefinite forms is ein. And the plural in the definite article is die. The indefinite forms has no article. Every noun in German has a grammatical gender, and even though there's no logic to it, there are some hints that can help you determine which gender it is, whether it's masculine, feminine, or neuter. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at group of nouns that are always masculine. The first one, männliche Personen und Berufe. So, people who are masculine, male, and professions. Der Vater, the father, der Lehrer, the teacher, der uncle, der Kellner, waiter. So, male persons and professions are always masculine. Tageszeiten, times of the day. All the times of the day, their Tag, their Morgen, their Abend, all are masculine. Jahreszeiten, seasons. So all the seasons are masculine. Monate, all months, masculine. Wochentage, the days of the week, masculine. Wetter, der Regen, the rain, der Schnee, snow, der Sturm, storm, der Blitz, lightning, all masculine. Automarken, car brands, their BMW, their Mercedes, their Ferrari, their Audi, masculine nouns. Alkoholische Getränke, alcoholic drinks, their wine, their whiskey, masculine. Geld, money, their dollar, their euro, their franken, all masculine. Ausnahmen, there are some exceptions. So it's die Nacht, the times of the day which we saw, all are masculine, but it's die Nacht, not der. Die Nacht, die Woche, the week. The days of the week are masculine, but it's die Woche, the week. Das Jahr, the year, Monate, months are masculine, but it's das Jahr, the year. And alcoholic drinks are masculine except das Bier. Das Bier. Let's see feminine and neutral nouns. So for feminine, weibliche Personen und Berufe. So female people and professions. Die Frau, the woman. Die Mutter, the mother. Die Lehrerin, the teacher. Die Kellnerin. For Zahlen, numbers. Die Eins, die Zwei, die Drei. Motorradmarken, bike brands. Die Harley Davidson, Yamaha, all masculine. Flugzeuge und Schiffe. Die Boeing, die Titanic. Ländernamen, country names. Die Türkei, die Schweiz, die Ukraine. All are feminine, I mean. All of these mentioned are feminine. Neutrum, Farben, colors. Das Rot, das Schwarz, das Grün. Nouns ending in schen or line indicate it's something little, like das Mädchen. Das Mädchen is the girl, a little girl, so das Mädchen. Das Fraulein. The Fraulein is also, Frau is a woman, Fraulein is like a miss. So that's why neuter. Metaller. Das Gold, das Silber, das Eisen. All metals. Nouns beginning with GE. Das Gehalt, das Gemüse. Gehalt is salary. Gemüse is vegetables. Das Gebäude is the building. All are neutral nouns. There's a list available for download with other endings which indicate whether a noun is masculine, feminine, or neutral. Satzstellung bei Orts- und Zeitangaben. Sentence structure with time and place indications. So the first one is after the verb, time and place indications after the verb. Wir lesen 9 Uhr die Zeitung. So we read at 9 o'clock the paper. So in this sentence, the time is placed right after the verb. Tom schläft im Hotel. So here we have a place indication that is placed right after the verb. Tom arbeitet in Hamburg. Again a place indication. So it's placed right after the verb. In front of the verb, morgens lesen wir die Zeitung. The time is placed in front of the verb. So in German we can do that. We can give focus to the time, so indicate on when it happened, like morgens. Instead of saying wir lesen morgens die Zeitung, we can indicate and say it in the beginning. So we can say morgens lesen wir die Zeitung. Oder 9 Uhr trinkt Tom Kaffee. Again placed in front of the verb. Or even for place, in Hamburg arbeitet Tom. When time and place is located after the verb in a sentence, the time is always placed first. Examples: Anna reist im September nach China. Wann reist Anna? Im September. So that is the time that will be placed right after the verb. Wir joggen 5 Uhr im Park. Wann joggen wir? 5 Uhr. Tom geht am Montagabend ins Kino. Wann geht Tom ins Kino? Am Montagabend. So whenever you find the time and the place in a sentence, or time with anything else, the time is always placed right after the verb. And in German we can start the sentence with something else which is not the subject. Here we saw time and place, but it can be other adverbs of time as well. In this lesson, we are going to look at the negation article kein, which means no, not. And kein is always used with nouns with the indefinite article or nouns with no article. So we have the indefinite articles again are ein for masculine, eine feminine, ein neutrum, and there is no article in the plural. The negation article for kein is, for masculine it's kein, feminine it's keine, neutrum it's kein, and plural, even though in the indefinite forms there is no plural, while negating there is a plural, it's keine. So masculine and neuter it's kein, feminine and plural it's keine. Let's look at some examples. Definite article. Der Salat is lecker. The salad is delicious. Der Salat is lecker. Indefinite. Ein Salat is lecker. Ein Salat is lecker. Negating it. Kein Salat is lecker. For masculine it's kein, so kein Salat is lecker. Feminine, die Lampe ist schön. Indefinite, eine Lampe ist schön. A lamp is beautiful. Negation, keine Lampe ist schön. Neutrum, das Auto ist alt. The car is old. Das Auto ist alt. Ein Auto ist alt. Negation, kein Auto ist alt. Plural, die Autos sind alt. The cars are old. Die Autos sind alt. Autos sind alt. In the indefinite, since there's no article, Autos sind alt. Keine Autos sind alt. No cars are old. Keine Autos sind alt. So these are the rules. It's used with nouns with no article, with the indefinite article, and for masculine and neuter it's kein. The negation article is kein. For feminine and plural it's keine. Sentence structure of the negation articles. In this lesson, we are going to first look at the sentence structure of the negation article nicht, which means not. Subject plus verb plus definite object plus nicht. So nicht is placed right after the definite object, so right at the end of the sentence. The example, Maria kauft das Handy. Maria kauft das Handy nicht. Maria buys the mobile. She does not buy. Maria kauft das Handy nicht. Nicht is placed right at the end of the sentence, right after the definite object. Subject plus verb plus nicht. Anna arbeitet. Anna arbeitet nicht. Nicht is placed right after the verb. Subject plus verb plus nicht plus Name. Das ist Anna. Das ist nicht Anna. So in front of the name, you would find nicht. Nicht is placed in front of the name. Subject plus verb plus nicht plus adverb. Ich koche gern. Gern is the adverb. Ich koche nicht gern. Let's see the sentence structure for the negation article kein. So kein is used with the indefinite article. Das ist eine Lampe. Das ist keine Lampe. Also with nouns with no article. Er hat Hobbys. Er hat keine Hobbys. Sich vorstellen, to introduce yourself. Vorstellung Übung, introducing yourself exercise. In this exercise, you're going to pretend to be Nicole and introduce yourself. How do you say, I am Nicole? We've learned 3 different ways to say it. You can say it any way, any which way you remember. Mein Name ist Nicole, or Ich bin Nicole, Ich heiße Nicole. Any of these are correct. Alter is age. How do you say I am 29 years old? Jahre is years. Alt is old. 29 years old. Ich bin 29 Jahre alt. Perfect. Geburtsort, birthplace. How do you say I am from London? I come from London. Ich komme aus London. Wohnort, place of residence. I live in Berlin. Ich wohne in Berlin. Sprachen, languages, English und Deutsch. I speak English and German. Ich spreche Englisch und Deutsch. Beruf, profession, I'm an engineer. Ich bin Ingenieurin. You could also say ich arbeite als Ingenieurin. I work as. Hobbys, Reisen und Kochen. Ich reise und koche gern. Oder meine Hobbys sind Reisen und Kochen. Well done. Sich vorstellen. In this lesson, we are going to listen to 2 people introducing themselves. Hallo, ich heiße Marika. Ich bin 36 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Deutschland und wohne in Berlin. Ich bin Lehrerin. Ich arbeite bei Lingua. Ich unterrichte Deutsch. Ich spreche Deutsch und Englisch. Meine Hobbys sind Reisen und Schwimmen. Ich reise und schwimme gern. Hallo, mein Name ist Timo. Ich wohne in Hamburg. Ich bin Koch und koche gern. Ich arbeite bei Oyster. Das ist ein kleines Restaurant in Hamburg. Ich finde die Arbeit gut. Meine Kollegen sind auch sehr nett. Am Montag habe ich frei. Sich vorstellen, to introduce yourself. By this time in the course, you should have learned how to introduce yourself. So pause the video at this point and try and introduce yourself. As an example, I will introduce myself too. Name. Mein Name ist Priyanka. Ich bin 38 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Indien. Ich wohne in Bangalore. Ich spreche Englisch, Hindi, Tamil und Deutsch. Ich bin Deutschlehrerin. Meine Hobbys sind Reisen und Kochen. Beantworten Sie 3 andere Fragen. Answer 3 other questions. Wie buchstabiert man Ihren Namen? How does one spell your name? Buchstabieren, the verb buchstabieren means to spell. Wie buchstabiert man Ihren Namen? So that is P R I Y A N K A. Wie ist Ihre Handynummer? Handynummer? Handy is mobile number. What is your mobile number? How is your mobile number? So meine Handynummer ist 914898764. Wie ist Ihre Postleitzahl? Mein Postleitzahl ist 56037. These are the 3 other questions that you could be asked in your exam. This is the part of your exam format in the speaking section. This is the first thing you will have to do to introduce yourself, and you will be asked 3 other questions. A list of possible questions that you might be asked is available to download, so please take a look at that. Personal pronouns and articles. We've seen in the nominative case the personal pronouns, which is ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, and sie. The personal pronouns are used to replace a noun to avoid repetition. For example, Anna buys a car, she loves it, she replaces the noun Anna. Or it can also be used with an object. For example, der Tisch is alt, der Tisch is masculine. The personal pronoun that will be used is The Tisch is alt, the table is old. Ist alt, it is old. The personal pronouns should always match the gender of the noun. The personal pronoun would be has to match the gender of the noun, which is der Tisch. Ist der Tisch neu? Nein, ist alt. Is the table new? No, it is old. So it's der Tisch, masculine. So the personal pronoun that will be used would be The personal pronoun used for the would be sie. Is the Uhr teuer? Yeah, sie is teuer. Is the clock expensive? Yeah, sie is teuer. So the Uhr, the noun, is replaced by the personal pronoun feminine. The feminine personal pronoun. Das es. Ist das Handy billig? Nein, es ist teuer. Is the mobile cheap? No, it is expensive. So it's das Handy. It's replaced by the personal pronoun corresponding to the gender, that is es. Die in sie for plural. Sind die Bücher langweilig? Are the books boring? Nein, sie sind interessant. So the personal pronoun should always match the gender of the noun. Modalverben, modal verbs. Modal verbs are special kind of verbs that help us express ourselves. Let's look at the first one. The first one is müssen, when you must or have to do something. When it indicates a necessity, we use this modal verb. Let's look at the conjugation. It's ich muss, du musst, es muss, wir müssen, ihr müsst, sie müssen. So the first person and the third person conjugation is exactly the same, and the umlauts are in the plural. So let's take a look at an example. Ich muss jetzt schlafen. So the sentence structure of modal verbs in a sentence, the modal verb gets second position in the sentence, conjugated, and it kicks the other verb right to the end of the sentence. So that's why it's ich muss jetzt schlafen. Können, to be able to do something, can do something. So that is ich kann, du kannst, es kann, wir können, ihr könnt, sie können. Kann Tennis spielen. Again, the modal verb is in position 2, and the other verb is right at the end of the sentence. Wollen, ich will, du willst, es will, wir wollen, ihr wollt, sie wollen. Wir wollen im April nach Hamburg fahren. Even with a longer sentence, the other verb goes right to the end and the modal verb is conjugated. Möchten, would like to do something. Ich möchte, du möchtest, es jetzt möchte, wir möchten, ihr möchtet, sie möchten. So this one, the umlaut is there in both singular as well as plural. Sie möchte den Film sehen. Sollen, you have to do something or should do something. Ich soll, du sollst, es jetzt soll, wir sollen, ihr sollt, sie sollen. Du sollst die Hausaufgabe machen. Thing. Dürfen is to be allowed to do something, to have permission to do something. Ich darf, du darfst, es jetzt darf, wir dürfen, ihr dürft, sie dürfen. Sie darf am Abend nicht fernsehen. In the next slides, we're going to look a little bit more into the sentence structure of modal verbs and also when they are combined with question words. As we saw in the previous slide, modal verbs are special verbs that help us better express ourselves. Müssen, the modal verb müssen, talks about a necessity, something you have to do or must do. Let's take a look at the sentence structure again. Sie muss am Samstag arbeiten. She has to work on Saturday. So the modal verb müssen is conjugated and is in second position of the sentence, and the other verb is in its full form at the end of the sentence. Können, kann Gitarre spielen. He can play guitar. Again, the modal verb is in position 2, conjugated, and the other verb gets kicked right at the end of the sentence. Können talks about an ability to do something, can do something. Wollen is wish to do something. Ich will ein Eis essen. I want to eat an ice cream. Möchten, would like to do something. Tom möchte das Buch lesen. Tom would like to read the book. So möchte, the modal verb möchte is in position 2 conjugated, and the other verb lesen is at the end of the sentence. Dürfen, you're allowed to do something, you have permission to do something. Ihr dürft nicht fernsehen. You guys are not allowed to watch TV. Fernsehen means to watch TV. Sollen, should do something, supposed to do something. Sie sollen zum Arzt gehen. You're supposed to go to the doctor, or you should go to the doctor. Zum Arzt, Arzt is doctor. So to recap, the modal verb is always in position 2 in a sentence in its conjugated form, and the other verb is at the end of the sentence in its full form. Let's look at the sentence structure between question words and modal verbs. So the question word is always in position 1, the modal verb takes position 2, and the other verb, the second verb, goes to the end of the sentence. So let's look at these examples. Wann können wir beginnen? When can we begin? Wann musst du arbeiten? When do you have to work? Was willst du machen? What do you want to do? Aussagesatz plus Modalverben. With statements, the modal verb is always in position 2 and the other verb is at the end of the sentence. Wir können jetzt beginnen. We can begin now. Ich muss von 10 bis 15 Uhr arbeiten. I have to work from 10 to 3. Ich will ins Kino gehen. I want to go to the movies. Ins Kino is to the movies. With yes and no questions, the conjugated modal verb is always placed in position 1 in the sentence, and the helping verb, the second verb, is at the end of the sentence. Kann ich dein Handy sehen? Can I see your mobile? Willst du ins Kino gehen? Do you want to go to the movies? Musst du Deutsch lernen? Do you have to learn German? Darf ich jetzt Fernsehen? Can I now watch TV? Fernsehen is to watch TV. Those were the rules of the modal verbs and the sentence structure with different question words and statements. Das Frühstück, breakfast. Die Bananen, der Tee, der Kaffee, das Müsli, der Joghurt, die Butter, das Salz, das Brot, das Brotchen, die Milch, das Ei, der Käse, die Marmelade, die Nutella, der Orangensaft. Tobias, zum Frühstück esse ich 2 Brotchen, manchmal mit Nutella und manchmal mit Marmelade. Ich trinke jeden Morgen einen Kaffee. Anita, morgens esse ich Brot mit Käse, manchmal esse ich Müsli mit Milch. Ich trinke gern Orangensaft. Was isst du zum Frühstück? Oder was essen Sie zum Frühstück? So that's the question when you ask someone what they eat for breakfast. Was isst du zum Frühstück? What do you eat for breakfast? Zum Frühstück means for breakfast. You can respond by saying zum Frühstück esse ich. For breakfast I eat. Zum Frühstück esse ich Brot mit Käse, for example. Or mornings I eat. Morgens esse ich. Das Obst, fruits. Die Banane, die Birne, der Apfel, die Weintraube, die Ananas, die Kiwi, die Zitrone, die Orange. Das Gemüse, vegetables. Die Kartoffel, die Tomate, die Zwiebel, die Paprika, der Salat, die Gurke, die Karotte, die Bohne. Fleisch, Fisch und so weiter. Meat, fish, etc. Das Ei, die Salami, das Hähnchen, das Fleisch, der Schinken, der Fisch und die Wurst. Was isst du, essen Sie gern zum Frühstück? What do you like to eat for breakfast? Zum Frühstück esse ich, for breakfast I eat. Oder morgens esse ich, mornings I eat. Was isst du, essen Sie gern zum Mittag, for lunch? Zum Mittagessen, so you could use zu Mittag or zum Mittagessen. Zum Mittagessen oder mittags esse ich. Was isst du? Was essen Sie gern zu Abend oder zum Abendessen? Zum Abendessen oder abends esse ich? So these are the questions when you're asking someone what they like to eat for breakfast, lunch or dinner. Let's look at an example text, ein Beispieltext. Morgens esse ich Toastbrot, manchmal mit Nutella oder Honig und manchmal mit Eier, Eggs. Ich trinke am Morgen eine Tasse Kaffee. Mittags esse ich oft Reis mit Gemüse und Fleisch. Zum Abendessen esse ich Brötchen mit Käse und Wurst. Am Abend trinke ich ein Glas Rotwein. When you want to ask the price in German, we say, wie viel kostet das? How much does that cost? Or was kostet das? What does it cost? Saying the price in German, Preise sprechen. So for the first one, we would say 99 Cent. For the second one, we say 12, then Euro, 12 Euro, 99. So Euro in between, 12 Euro, 99. Same thing for the next one, 2,50 Euro. 2,50 Euro. Let's look at a few more examples on how the price is said in German. Wie viel kostet das Radio? Das Radio kostet 50 Euro. Wie viel kostet das Kleid, the dress? Das Kleid kostet 33,50 Euro. Wie viel kostet die Tasche? Die Tasche kostet 120,59 Euro. Wie viel kostet der Laptop? Der Laptop kostet 788 Euro. Wie viel kostet der Kaffee? Der Kaffee kostet 2,50 Euro. Wie viel kostet eine Pizza? Eine Pizza kostet 15,55 Euro. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at the verb mögen. Mögen means to like. Let's take a look at the conjugation. Ich mag, I like, du magst, you like, SDS mag, he, she, it likes, wir mögen, we like, ihr mögt, you guys like, sie mögen, they like. So mögen is used to express preferences, likes or dislikes, and it is always followed by a noun or a pronoun. Examples: mögen plus Nomen, mögen plus noun. Ich mag Schokoladen, I like chocolates, and combined with a pronoun, ich mag sie, I like them. So mögen changes its vowel in the singular, and also the first person and the third person get no endings. Let's look at these examples. First person, ich mag kein Fleisch, I do not like meat. Zweite Person, magst du Kaffee, do you like coffee? Dritte Person, Tom mag Katzen. So you can see here the first person and the third person, the conjugation is always the same and they don't get any additional endings. The verb mögen versus the adverb gern. Mögen is always followed by a noun or a pronoun. Gern is always combined with a verb. For example, ich mag Fußball, I like football. And the example for gern, ich spiele gern Fußball, I like playing football. Thomas mag Schokoladen, mag sie. So Thomas likes chocolates, he likes them. Isst gern Schokoladen, he likes to eat chocolates. So gern is combined with a verb. Mögen is followed by a noun or a pronoun. Possessive articles. A possessive article is a German article word that expresses that something belongs to someone. Let's take a look at the possessive articles. So for ich, it's mine, as in my father. Du, it's dein Vater, your father. And es, his or its, sein Vater. Sie, ihr Vater. wir, unser Vater, ihr, euer Vater, sie, ihr Vater. So these are the basic possessive articles. It's mein, dein, sein, ihr, unser, euer, and ihr. For feminine nouns, meine Mutter, my mother, deine Mutter, seine Mutter, ihre Mutter, unsere Mutter, eure Mutter, ihre Mutter. For neuter nouns, mein Baby, dein Baby, sein Baby, ihr Baby, unser Baby, euer Baby, ihr Baby. And for plural nouns, Kinder, children, my children, meine Kinder, deine Kinder, seine Kinder, ihre Kinder, unsere Kinder, eure Kinder, ihre Kinder. So masculine and neuter nouns get no ending. So it's mein, dein, sein, ihr, unser, euer, and ihr. But the feminine and plural get an ending. It's meine, deine. And another change that occurs for masculine and neuter nouns, for you guys, you say euer Vater or euer Baby. But this changes in the feminine and plural forms. It's eure Mutter, eure Kinder. Der possessive article is abhängig von. The possessive article depends on 1. Dem Besitzer, the owner. 2. The noun. So for example, ich. Ich is the owner, and the corresponding possessive article for ich is mine. If it were du, it would be dein. If it would be Anna, which refers to sie, she, it would be ihr. So ich tells you the possessive article that you need to use is mine. Second, it depends on the noun as well. So in the second example, Tom sucht seine Mutter. In the example, Tom indicates which possessive article you need to use. So it's Tom, which is er. So the possessive article to be used is sein. It becomes seine because of the noun Mutter, which is a feminine noun. So it would be the possessive article now would be seine Mutter. Tom sucht seine Mutter. So it depends on the owner. The owner tells you which article you need to use, and also the noun. The ending depends on the noun that follows it. Accusative, the accusative case. The accusative case is the second case in German. It's the direct object of a sentence. Nominative was the subject of a sentence. Accusative is the direct object of a sentence. Let's review the nominative case. In the nominative case, we saw the definite articles. For masculine nouns, the definite article is there. For feminine nouns, it's die. For neuter, it's das. And plural, it's die again. Now in the accusative case, the article for masculine nouns is den, and everything else stays the same. It's die for feminine, das for neuter, and die for plural. In the indefinite forms, for masculine nouns, it's einen. It's not ein. In the nominative, it was ein. In accusative, it changes to einen. And this change from den and einen occurs only for masculine nouns. Let's take a look at some more examples. Then Tisch is brown. Ich sehe den Tisch. So the table is brown. I see the table. So ich sehe den Tisch. Ich is the subject and the object is Tisch, the table. So the rule will apply. You'll have to add den Tisch. Ich sehe den Tisch. Das ist ein Tisch. Ich kaufe einen Tisch. So das ist ein Tisch, that is nominative. Ich kaufe einen Tisch. So again, ich is the subject. Einen Tisch, a table, that is the object. So for masculine nouns, if it's the definite article, the, it will be den, if it's the object in a sentence. And in the indefinite forms, it changes to einen. Let's look at the other examples. Die Lampe is shown. The lamp is beautiful. Ich kaufe die Lampe. Again, ich is the subject. Die Lampe is the object. Das ist eine Lampe. Ich habe eine Lampe. For neuter nouns, das Buch ist neu. Ich lese das Buch. Ich, subject, das Buch, object. Das ist ein Buch. Ich lese ein Buch. For plural, die Bücher sind rot. Ich sehe die Bücher. The books are red. I see the books. Das sind keine Bücher. Ich habe keine Bücher. So in the indefinite article, in indefinite forms, there is no plural. So which is why I've used a negation form for the last one. So basically, to recap, accusative is the direct object in a sentence. For all masculine nouns, then the definite article, the article is den. In the indefinite forms of a masculine noun, it's einen. Let's take a look at the nominative and accusative together. So nominative is the subject of a sentence. It's the name, place or thing around which the whole sentence revolves. Accusative is the direct object of a sentence. For example, Tom buys a house. So Tom is the subject and house is the object in the accusative. She is my mother. She is the subject and my mother is also the subject, also the nominative, because it's referring to the same thing. So whenever we use the verb sein, if you remember the verb sein, ich bin, du bist, whatever comes before the verb and whatever comes after the verb is the same thing. So to recap, we just saw the nominative and accusative, the differences between the both of them. We saw the subject and we saw the direct object in a sentence. Vokabeln, supermarket, vocabulary at the supermarket. Der Supermarkt, die Kasse, die Kundin, der Einkaufswagen, der Einkaufskorb, der Einkaufszettel, die Fischtheke, die Fleischtheke, die Käsetheke, die Einkaufstüte, der Kassenzettel. In this lesson, we are going to look at certain phrases that could be helpful when you go shopping. Verkäufer, salesperson, Kunde, customer. Fragen und sagen, was man möchte. Asking and saying what one wants. So the salesperson would greet you by saying, Guten Tag, was möchten Sie? Or was darf es sein? Sie wünschen bitte, kann ich Ihnen helfen? The response would be, Guten Tag, ich möchte ein Kilo Äpfel. I would like a kilo of apples. Ich hätte gern ein Kilo Äpfel. It's also said a very polite way of saying, ich hätte gern. can be used also in the restaurant. Ich hätte gern eine Pizza, for example. Ich nehme 1 Kilo Äpfel. I'll take. Nehmen is to take. I'll take. Haben Sie Äpfel? Do you have apples? Kunde und Verkäufer. Der Preis fragen und sagen. Asking and saying what the price is. Was kosten die Tomaten? Oder wie viel kosten die Tomaten? Any of these phrases you can use. Was kosten die Tomaten? Oder wie viel kosten die Tomaten? Oder was kostet das Brot? What does the bread cost? Wie viel kostet das Brot? Like how much, wie viel. Was macht das? Is like what is the total? Was macht das? Wie viel macht das? How much is the total? The salesperson, Verkäufer, can say, die Tomaten kosten 1,60 € pro Kilo per Kilo. Das Brot kostet 90 Cent. Das macht zusammen 2,50 €. Bei der Bäckerei, at the bakery, vocabulary. Das Brötchen, das Croissant, das Vollkornbrot, das Weißbrot, das Meerkornbrot, die Torte, der Kuchen, der Keks. Dialog beim Bäcker, dialogue at the bakery. Guten Tag, was möchten Sie? Guten Tag, ich hätte gern 2 Brötchen, bitte. Darf es sonst noch etwas sein? Ja, ich brauche auch 2 Schokocroissants. Was kostet ein Stück Käsekuchen? Ein Stück Käsekuchen kostet 1,60 €. Gut, ich nehme ein Stück. Ist das alles? Ja, das ist alles. Was macht das? Das macht 5,60 €. Hier sind es 6 €. Stimmt so. Danke. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Lesen Sie den Text und schreiben Sie die fehlenden Informationen in das Formular. So read the text and note down the missing information in the form. Hallo, mein Name ist Markus Meyer. Ich komme aus Polen und wohne jetzt in Berlin. Ich bin 38 Jahre alt. Ich bin geschieden und habe eine Tochter. Sie ist 12 Jahre alt. Ich spreche Polnisch, Englisch und Deutsch. Ich bin Architekt und arbeite bei Arcade. Meine Hobbys sind Tennis und Fußballspielen. Ich wohne in Beethovenstraße 12. Meine Handynummer ist 0159 950 16432. Meine E-Mail-Adresse ist m38-meyer@gmh.de. So you'll find a form in the resource section which you need to fill. You need to fill the missing information in the form. Possessive article im Accusative. The possessive articles im Accusative only change if they are masculine nouns. They are similar to the indefinite article in the Accusative, which is einen. Here it is meinen, deinen. So ich sehe meinen Vater. So ich is the subject and Vater is the object. So whenever it's the direct object, these endings apply. So meinen, deinen, seinen, ihren, seinen, unseren, euren, ihren, and ihren for formal. So it takes on the masculine nouns take on an en ending. Feminine stays the same, it takes on an e ending, and the neuter nouns take on a no ending. It's in its basic form, mein, dein, sein, ihr, etc. Plural also takes on an e ending in the accusative case. So to recap, only the masculine nouns take on an en ending. It's similar to the indefinite article in the accusative, which is einen. Here it is meinen, deinen, seinen, ihren, seinen, unseren, euren, and ihren. Personal pronouns in accusative. We've already seen the personal pronouns in the nominative case, which is ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, and sie. Now we're going to look at the personal pronouns in the accusative. So, mich, dich, ihn, for him it's ihn, sie, es, so sie and s stay the same. Plural, uns, euch, sie, and the formal pronoun is sie capitalized, which is for singular or plural. Ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are used to say dates, rankings, etc. This is how we say first, second, third, fourth in German. For first it's der Erste, zwei, der Zweite. So basically we say the number plus t, zwei plus te from 1 to 19. Drei, it's an exception, so der Dritte, der Vierte, der Fünfte, der Sechste, der Siebte, not Siebente, Siebte, der Achte, der Neunte, der Zehnte, der Elfte, der Zwölfte, der 13., 14., 15., and from 20 onwards it gets an STE. Der 20., der 21., der 22., der 30., der 31. So basically, to recap, from 1 to 19 it's the number plus t, like zweiter, vierter, fünfter. 20 onwards it takes on an ST, 20., 21. Ordinalzahlen im Dativ. Dativ is the third case in German, which we will be looking at in the second part of this course. So one preposition plus dativ. So one, when you ask the question one, like one comes to, when do you come, and you want to say on is the preposition, is on. So the rules are from 1 to 19, you say plus the number plus 10. So for example, vierten. 20 onwards it's plus number STEN. Let's take a look at the table. So for one it's ersten. It's not einsten but ersten. Zwei zweiten. Drei dritten. Vier vierten. Fünf fünften. Sieben siebten. Achten, neunten, zehnten. It goes on till 19, 19. 20 onwards you have to add an STN, so 20. 21. 22. 28, 28. 29, 29. 30, 30. So that's how you would say the ordinal numbers. So to recap, the numbers 1 to 19, it's plus the number and 10, like vier, 10. 20 onwards, it's plus the number 10. For example, am 21.10. Let's take a look at some examples of what we just learned. So, welches Datum ist heute? Which date is today? Heute ist, heute ist der 1. Januar. If you have to say it is the 1st of January, you use it this way. Heute ist der 1. Januar. Wann kommst du? Ich komme. When you ask, when do you come? I come on. Then you have to use it with preposition dative and say, am 1. Januar. Der 2. Februar, am 2. Februar. Der 3. März, am 3. März. Der 4. April, am 4. April. Heute ist der 5. Mai. Ich komme am 5. Mai. Der 6. Juni, am 6. Juni. Der 20. Oktober, am 20. Oktober. Der 23. November, am 23. November. Der 31. Dezember, am 31. Dezember. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to say our birthdays. So the question when asking someone about their birthday is, wann haben Sie Geburtstag? And the response would be, ich habe am, and put the date there and say Geburtstag. For example, ich habe am 1. Januar Geburtstag. How would you say, when is Marie's birthday? Wann hat Marie Geburtstag? Marie hat am 21. November Geburtstag. Another way of saying it is, Marie hat am 21.11. Geburtstag. So if you say it this way, the 11, the E has to be capitalized because it's considered to be a noun. Another example, ich habe am 14. Mai Geburtstag. Oder ich habe am 14.05. Geburtstag. Trennbare Verben, separable verbs. So separable verbs are those verbs whose meaning changes by the addition of a prefix. So we can take a look at this example here. Aufstehen is a separable verb. Stehen means to stand and aufstehen means to get up. So the later part of the verb, which is stehen, that gets conjugated and it's in position 2 in a sentence, while the prefix auf gets pushed right to the end of the sentence. So in the example here, ich stehe 6 Uhr auf. I get up at 6. So stehen position 2, auf at the end of the sentence. The prefix is always at the end of the sentence. You see the verb in position 1 or 2 in the sentence. Stehst du 6 Uhr auf? When asked a question. Wann stehst du auf? So it's always separated except when you combine it with modal verbs. When combined with a modal verb, the modal verb is in position 2 and the separable verb goes to the end of the sentence in its full form. So the prefix is placed at the end of the sentence, separated when the verb is in the first or second position in a sentence, not separated when combined with a modal verb. There's a list of other separable verbs which you can access. Eine Einladungsmail schreiben, writing an invitation mail. So the first thing that you would do when writing an invitation mail is the opening salutations. So you could say hello, hello Freunde, hello friends, dear friends, liebe Freunde. If you're specifically writing to a girl, you could also say dear Anna, that is liebe Anna. If it is a guy, you have to add an R to it, lieber Tom. Then next comes the context. Why are you writing? What is it about? Party machen. Party machen means to have a party. So ich mache eine Grillparty. So the verb you have to use here is machen because it's party machen. Ich mache eine Grillparty, eine Geburtstagsparty, Gartenparty. Yeah, all these nouns are feminine. That's why it's eine, because it's the party. Or you can say ich habe Geburtstag und mache eine Party. Then you need to give details on when it is. So you could say the party or the fire, the celebration ist am Freitag am 18. Dezember. The preposition is with time, so you'll tell the time here. 18 Uhr, for example. The next thing is wo, where wo is the party. You could say the party ist im Restaurant oder im Park, im Garten, bei mir zu Hause, at my place. Then the invitation, you could ask, kannst du kommen? If it's one person, kannst du kommen? Könnt ihr kommen? Can you guys come? Hast du Zeit oder habt ihr Zeit? Do you guys have time? And the ending salutations, that is, viele Grüße, bis bald. Many greetings, bis bald. In the previous lesson, we saw typical phrases that one could use when writing an invitation email. In this lesson, we are going to write an invitation email. I will help you out with certain phrases. You will translate it into German. Einladung zu einer Geburtstagsfeier. Invitation to a birthday celebration. Die Einladung is the invitation. Einladen is the verb. To invite. So was? Geburtstagsparty, birthday party. Wann? 15.9. 19 Uhr. Ort? Im Restaurant Elisa. Einladen? Freunde, friends. So einladen is a separable verb, which you might have noticed if you had downloaded the form with the other separable verbs too. So in a sentence, ein is the prefix, it will go to right at the end of a sentence. Unless it's combined with a modal verb, then it's in its full form at the end of the sentence. The modal verb is in position 2. Okay, let's read the description. Sie wollen ihren Geburtstag feiern. Sie möchten ihre Freunde Hans und Anna einladen. So let's start with the opening salutations. So that would be, you can say dear friends or dear Hans, dear Anna. Liebe Freunde or lieber Hans, dear Hans, liebe Anna. The next thing that you could say is, how are you? The most common way to say how are you is, wie geht's? Wie geht's? The next thing you could say is, I have birthday and I'm having a party. I have birthday and I'm having a party. Ich habe Geburtstag. Geburtstag haben is to have your birthday. So Geburtstag goes with the verb haben. So ich habe Geburtstag und mache eine Party. Party machen, to have a party. Und mache eine Party. The next thing is, you could say, I invite you guys, or I would like to invite you guys. Ich lade euch ein, or ich möchte euch einladen. Euch is the personal pronoun in the accusative, which we have learned, which means you guys. So I invite you guys. Since einladen is a separable verb, lade gets conjugated, yeah, and the prefix ein has to go to the end of the sentence. But if it's combined with a modal verb, the modal verb is in position 2 and the separable verb is in its full form at the end of the sentence. The next thing we could talk about is when the party is. So the party is on 15th September at 7 p.m. Die Party or die Feier, the celebration, ist am 15. September 19 Uhr. The next thing you could talk about is Ort, which is place, im Restaurant Elisa. So the party is in Restaurant Elisa. Die Party ist im Restaurant Elisa. How do you say, can you guys come? You have to use the modal verb können for that. Könnt ihr kommen? Ihr is you guys, so ihr könnt ihr kommen when it's a question. That's all. Now you have to put the ending salutations which we learned, which is viele Grüße. So a couple of things that you should know. In the opening salutation, after the comma, the next word begins in a small case. Like V case, you see the W is in the small case. That's how we write it in German. It's not in the uppercase, in small case after the comma. And when you sign off, viele Grüße, there is no comma. Viele Grüße and your name. In this video, we are going to learn how to respond to an invitation, auf eine Einladung reagieren, Einladung annehmen, to accept the invitation. Sie können kommen, you can come. These are some phrases we could use to write the email. Lieber Hans, lieber Anna, vielen Dank für die Einladung. Many thanks for the Einladung, for the invitation, or danke für die Einladung. Ich komme sehr gern, I'll gladly come. Kann ich etwas mitbringen? Etwas means something. Mitbringen is the verb. It's a separable verb, but in combination with können, modal verb, it doesn't separate. In the next sentence, it does separate. Ich bringe Getränke mit. I'll bring along drinks. Mitbringen is to bring along something. Ich bringe einen Kuchen mit. I'll bring along a cake. So mitbringen means to bring along something with yourself. Kann meine Freundin oder mein Freund mitkommen? Mitkommen is another separable verb which means to come along. Kann meine Freundin, my girlfriend or my boyfriend come along? Viele Grüße und bis Samstag. Viele Grüße is the ending salutation. You can say bis Samstag when you're going to see the person next on Saturday. Sie können nicht kommen. You cannot come. The same opening salutations would be used. You'd also thank the person for the invitation. Then you would say, es tut mir leid, aber ich kann nicht kommen. Es tut mir leid means I'm sorry. Aber ich kann nicht kommen. I cannot come. Ich habe leider keine Zeit. Leider is unfortunately, keine Zeit, no time. I have unfortunately no time. You could further say why. Ich muss am Samstag arbeiten. I have to work on Saturday. Ich habe am Samstag einen wichtigen Termin. Termin is appointment. I have an important appointment. Wichtig is important. Important. Then you say viel Spaß. Have fun. This file is used when you're going to meet the person next, maybe in the near future. Eine E-Mail schreiben, 30 Wörter. Ihr Freund Tom hat Sie zum Mittagessen eingeladen. Sie können nicht kommen. Sie haben Fieber und einen Arzttermin am Nachmittag. So basically, your friend Tom has invited you to lunch. You can't come because you have fever and a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. So I basically want you to write about these 3 points here. You want to first thanks for the invitation, danke für die Einladung. You can mention why you're not coming, because you have fever and a doctor's appointment, and apologize once again that you're not coming. A possible response to this email will be mentioned in the next slide. A possible response to the email could be Hallo Tom or Lieber Tom, vielen Dank für die Einladung. Many thanks for the invitation. Oder deine Einladung. When you're using the possessive article, dein, it is deine because it's die Einladung. It's a feminine noun. Es tut mir leid, aber ich kann leider nicht kommen. I'm sorry, but I can unfortunately not come. Then mention why. Ich habe Fieber und einen Arzttermin am Nachmittag. So I have fever and a doctor's appointment, Arzttermin am Nachmittag. Können wir uns am Montagabend treffen? Can we meet each other Monday evening? Viele Grüße. Präteritum, simple past. In this lesson, we are going to look at 2 most irregular verbs, which is haben and sein, in the simple past tense. Haben is used in the past tense with nouns. So hat keine Zeit. Zeit is the noun. And sein is used with places, like ich war in Berlin, I was in Berlin, or even adjectives. Let's review the present tense for these verbs. So it's ich habe, du hast, er, sie, es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. Für sein, ich bin, du bist, er, sie, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. Now in the simple past tense, it's ich hatte, I had, du hattest, you had, er hatte, he had, wir hatten, ihr hattet, sie hatten. For sein, it's ich war, I was, du warst, er, sie, es war, wir waren, ihr wart, sie waren. Sich verabreden, to arrange a meeting with someone. Let's take a look at this dialogue. Hallo Tina, gehen wir ins Museum? Hallo Anna, ja gern, wann? Am Freitagabend? Nein, das geht leider nicht. Okay, am Samstag um 17 Uhr? Ja, Samstagabend ist perfekt. So when planning a meeting with someone, we first greet by like here, Hallo Tina, and then a suggestion is made. Gehen wir ins Museum? Shall we go to the museum? You could also say gehen wir ins Restaurant, gehen wir ins Café. The other person replies saying, gern, ja, gern. Wann? Gern is like gladly. When? Am Freitagabend. So suggestions are being made like on Friday evening. Am Freitagabend. Nein, das geht leider nicht. So das geht means it works, the plan works, das geht. Das geht nicht is it does not work. If you add leider to it, which means unfortunately, das geht leider nicht. So unfortunately, that doesn't work. And another suggestion is being made. So, okay, am Samstag 17 Uhr. Ja, Samstagabend is perfect. So this is how we would arrange a meeting. Hallo Anna, gehen wir am Samstagabend ins Café? Am Samstagabend habe ich keine Zeit. Und am Sonntag? Ja, gern, das geht. Geht es um 13 Uhr? Nein, das geht leider nicht. Ich trainiere jeden Tag um 14 Uhr. Okay, kein Problem. Geht es um 18 Uhr? Ja, gern. 18 Uhr ist perfekt. Treffen wir uns um 18 Uhr im Café Risa? Ja, super. Bis Sonntag. Helfen Sie Ihrer Freundin und schreiben Sie die 5 fehlenden Informationen in das Formular. So help your friend by writing down the 5 missing information in the form. So I would like you to read the text and fill in the missing information. You'll find the forms in the resource section. Farben, colors. So das ist schwarz, black, hellblau. Blau is blue. And you add hell in front of blue, it becomes like bright blue, light blue. Grau, grey, rot, red, orange, orange, gelb, yellow, grün, green, lila, purple, dunkelblau. Dunkel is dark, so when you add hell or dunkel to any of the colors, hell would mean bright blue in this instance, and dunkelblau will be dark blue. Brown, weiß, rosa. Weiß is white, rosa is pink. Richtungsangaben, directions. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to give basic directions in German. So, for straight, we say geradeaus, geradeaus. For right, we say rechts, rechts. For left, it's links, links. When a person is asking for directions, you might see phrases like this. Entschuldigung, wo ist das Museum? Excuse me, where is the museum? Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung. The response could be, gehen Sie rechts und dann links. So go right and then left. Da ist das Museum, there is the museum. So we use gehen when the person is on foot asking for directions. If the person is in a vehicle like a car or a bike, we use the verb fahren. Fahren means to drive or to ride. In that case, it would look like fahren Sie rechts und dann links. In this video, we are going to write an invitation mail, Einladungsmail. Let's look at the description. Sie haben Geburtstag und möchte Ihre Freunde einladen. Schreiben Sie eine E-Mail. So basically you have your birthday and you would like to invite your friends. Write an invitation email. Was? Geburtstagsparty. What? Geburtstagsparty, birthday party. Wo? Club Risa. So wo, where is it taking place? Club Riesa. 1. Am Freitag, 12. Januar, 18 Uhr. So pause the video and write down your invitation mail based on what we've learned so far. Okay, so that's the email. This is one of the possibilities of what the email could look like. Liebe Freunde. So you're inviting your friends, dear friends. Liebe Freunde. Wie geht's? How are you? Ich habe am 12. Januar Geburtstag. So I have birthday at this date. Ich möchte euch einladen. So I would like to invite you guys. Euch is you guys. Or ich lade euch ein. Die Party ist im Club Riesa. So saying where the party is. And the fire, you can say the fire, the celebration, or the party. Feier beginnt 18 Uhr. Beginnen is to begin. Hoffentlich könnt ihr kommen. So hoffentlich means hopefully. Hopefully you guys can come. Hoffentlich könnt ihr kommen. Viele Grüße.